Hey guys, me and my mate Matt, him briefly, we're gonna review Hulk Hogan's Real American Documentary on Netflix, part 2, well, episode 2, and this was Hulkmania episode. So I'm just gonna get the notes now for it, because I wrote some notes for this specific episode. So on episode 2, his family's on the episode, and someone called Bob Costas is on it, and he's covering Hogan's feud with Iron Sheik, his first rivalry before WrestleMania 1, and he won the title off Iron Sheik. It was like the American versus the foreign wrestler. That's really old school, isn't it?
Yeah.
Old school heat.
That's what put butts and seats back in the day.
Yeah, it's good for its time. And so he won the title off Sheik.
And that was the birth of Hulkamania.
Yep, that was the birth of Hulkamania in the WF. Then at WrestleMania 1, he tag teamed with Mr. T. And they beat Roddy Piper and Paul Ordenoff.
That wasn't a WrestleMania match.
Yeah, it's a WrestleMania main event. And after WrestleMania 1, WF became more mainstream. So we'll give him that. He did make wrestling mainstream. And he put it on the map to be mainstream at that time.
Yeah.
And then... Yeah. And then he's talking about the lawsuit. Then he talks about his feud with Savage. And then when he faced Ultimate Warrior, and some thought that would be the replacement for Hulk Hogan.
It wasn't.
At the time they thought it was, because he connected to the kids, didn't he?
Yeah, but they learned pretty fast that Ultimate Warrior was not the right guy.
The only good match he had was with Savage. Other than that, he didn't have good matches. I don't know how Savage got a decent match out of him.
I can't remember if it was on episode 2, but was that the episode where Hogan got in serious trouble with a reporter because he choked him out? And then the guys sued him.
Yeah, I think it was that, yeah. Yeah, so that happened because he choked him out. Literally choked him out on a talk show.
He was mocking wrestling and mocking Hogan.
Yeah.
And then maybe Hogan went into a bit of liberties. And maybe that was a bit unprofessional. Which it could do. But he put that guy to sleep.
Yeah. Then Jake Roberts said he wanted to face Hogan. But Hogan didn't want to face him because he didn't want to deal with the snake. Then again, I wouldn't want to get bit by a snake.
Yeah, but that's the difference though.
You seen the clip where he bit Randy Savage's arm?
Yeah, but...
Fuck that.
It obviously let on, but...
It didn't have venom in it,
No,
thank God,
so
or he would have been dead.
You wouldn't have got ill.
It was a non-venomous snake, so he couldn't have killed you.
Yeah, they made sure it was... The only thing, he just linked onto him too long.
Yeah.
But he didn't get hurt, he didn't get ill.
No.
Because there was nothing in it. So
He had a bite mark on him.
Yeah, but that was it. I think Hogan was just a bit of a pussy.
Yeah.
And he fought...
And not just that, Jake Roberts was...
Oh.
Let's pause it, and then we'll watch the rest when I've finished reviewing this episode. And then we was on Jake Roberts. He was one of the most popular wrestlers at that time. A lot of people liked him, and Hogan was worried that Roberts would take his spot, so he avoided wrestling him. And also another wrestler who he avoided wrestling, who he was supposed to face at SummerSlam, but then it didn't, was Bret Hart in the 90s. They were supposed to have a SummerSlam match.
Did they talk about that?
No, but I've heard it before from Bret. And then they were going to have a SummerSlam match where Hogan drops the title to Bret. But it didn't end up happening.
Hogan wouldn't drop the title to anyone.
No, he did, but
always
Only a
out to
few.
hand, people.
Like Goldberg, Warrior, handpick on who they thought would over succeed him.
Oh, he didn't even want to drop the title to The Undertaker. And
Well, he did, but he made out, didn't he, that
he got spiked.
this wasn't mentioned in the documentary. We're just talking about it.
And because we know. And the fact that Hogan was bitching to McMahon, that very...
Saying he injured his neck when he didn't.
And then a week later, they made The Undertaker drop the championship right back to Hogan, which
It was literally a few days later.
it was stupid.
Yeah, it was.
So he's like, "Ah, you got me, brother. Ah, you got me." And then
He checked the tape back and
like-
he didn't even hit
like
his
fucking
chair
idiot.
on it.
And you could even tell when Undertaker faced Hulk Hogan again.
After he knew that,
He never
even
wanted to
Taker said in interviews, "Now I know what you've done. I know what you're about."
Yeah, he knew. And to anyone who don't know, The Undertaker was the reason why I love professional wrestling.
He was one of the reasons why you got into it, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think he was the first person. So to think Hogan could have stopped all that, because obviously I didn't watch it at that time.
You'd known about it, learnt about it after.
Which, yeah, I'm hearing that too.
Yeah, I had a bang, don't know what it was.
It might be fun now, because he said it might be tonight. But anyway, yeah, you could even tell when Undertaker faced Hogan again at Judgment Day, he didn't want to. And he took the weakest chokeslam ever.
That was really bad.
So Hogan's one of those people that easily use politics.
Yeah,
And another-
he politicked his way out of things.
And another person who did that was Shawn Michaels at SummerSlam, because people think that, and it wasn't a good match for simple fact that Shawn
Oversold
everything.
He did, yeah.
And he did it on purpose. He made Hogan look like an idiot.
He did.
Because the original plan was Hogan was going to win at SummerSlam, Shawn was going to have another win, and was going to have a win, and then Hogan was going to get the final fall. Shawn was going to turn back babyface, and Hogan was going to go. But Hogan didn't want to. He's like, I just want to beat him. I want to be the heel, turn Michael's heel. I want to be the face, turn Michael's heel, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then Shawn just took the piss out of it. Some people said Shawn was very unprofessional, which he probably was, but he took liberties. He definitely did.
Shawn should have won.
Yeah.
He was still there.
Yeah.
Orton should have won the year after.
Yeah. But no. Hogan's very particular who he loses to.
Yeah.
And it wasn't many.
So at the end of this, it basically showed the feuds of Ultimate Warrior, then the year the WCW one was really bad, wasn't it? What I should.
I never ever want to watch that match again. And I think we've actually documented it, and I think we even filmed it.
We reviewed this match.
So to anyone who watches this one, go back to watch our outrageous thoughts of that match.
That was one of the worst
fucking-
matches ever, wasn't it?
Oh god! If I never watch that match again, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'm never going to.
You didn't plan to. I just wanted to see what you thought to it.
I heard it was bad.
You didn't know that bad.
And I didn't have high hopes going into it, to be honest, because I didn't really care for the other match.
But that WrestleMania match was like a 5-star match compared to that one.
And Hogan having a 5-star match is okay.
Well, not 5-star. It was a lot better. It was more organised.
One match I did enjoy with Hogan for its time, not because it was
The
a
Rock.
great wrestling match, but yeah, that whole spectrum of
He had a
fans.
decent match with Randy Savage as well. I liked that one. That was pretty good.
Have I seen that one?
I don't know if you have, but I thought it was a pretty good match.
Okay, sorry.
It was a good feud. A decent feud for its time.
WWF or WCW?
No, WWF.
Oh, okay.
When Mega
Oh, yeah.
Mega Powers, yeah. Yeah, it was a really good feud for its time.
Okay.
It was a good long story. But anyway, so, and then it comes to the point where fans are starting to get bored of him. They're booing him.
Oh, that's the WCW.
No, here as well. They were getting bored of him towards the end.
Were they?
In WF, yeah.
He was keep taking everyone's spot.
Yeah, he was just getting bored. Yeah, like it showed him suddenly when Yokozuna beat him, then literally Hogan just did 2 moves and beat Yokozuna.
I might go back to watch the rest of it and see what I think.
And then he took the title off Yokozuna, and then Yokozuna then beat him for it.
But that match at
King of the Ring.
WrestleMania was awful, where he stole Bret Hart's moment, beat Yokozuna in seconds, and left.
That's
the
what
match.
I've just said.
That was stupid.
Yeah, and then Hogan, and then it ends when just before King of the Ring, Hogan then decides to leave. And at this time and moment, he ain't planning to go to WCW. He's just planning to move on from wrestling and just do movie acting, acting in movies. So yeah, that was the end of episode 2, sorry. What would I rate this episode out of 10? I'd give it a 3 out of 10. It was okay. It wasn't boring or really bad like a few of the documentaries we've watched. Like the Lesnar one's the least one you liked, isn't it, so far? Oh, and the Benoit one for personal reasons. But I think he'll agree. The Benoit one wasn't boring. It was just it just got you too tense, didn't it? And by the way, I'm only going to say this once. Me and him will never, ever discuss him or the tragedy ever again, because we have different opinions on it, and we don't want to lose our friendship because of something that has nothing to do with us, or just we just don't want to fall out over something that's nothing to do with us. So because you thought at that time we did fall out, didn't you, after that happened? You did say that on a voice message. You said you thought we fell out.
Not the last time. I think we did one time.
No, the last time after we rolled at each other, you thought we fell out.
No.
You did say it on a voice message. You've probably forgot, but you did say that.
I think it was heated. I don't think we said we fell out.
You thought at the time we fell out.
I don't think so.
You did. You said that. Yeah. Yeah, you forgot, I think. But yeah, you did. You said you thought we fell out. And that's when you was thinking of just going home. But anyway, we're
more of an awkward atmosphere.
We're never gonna discuss that. The only time I will with him is if Eddie Guerrero had a movie or documentary, more likely Benoit would be involved in that because he was a part of Eddie's life at that time.
They probably would take that out now.
But I still think he'd be in there, so I'd mention it. But me and him will never cover anything to do with Benoit. We just don't want to have heated arguments over it, and he don't want to cover anything to do with Benoit anyway. So we're not going to do anything to do with him, but anything else to do with wrestling, we'll do it. So I just thought I'd briefly say that with him, me and him ain't going to cover anything to do with the Benoit tragedy or him as a wrestler. Right, so I rated it 3 out of 10. So me and him will review episode...
I can't rate in the second one because I've only seen half of it.
You've seen more of the third one. You've seen some of the third one.
I've only seen 5 minutes.
You did hear some of it though, about the NWO.
I wasn't really paying attention.
Yeah, I'll talk about it then. But anyway, thanks for watching. See you guys later. Bye for now.